Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Chiellini playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
Rafael Leao. And it's made its way to him. Chance! An early chance there, first of the game.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. He's in a great position here. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Baresi. And it's Maldini. That's Thuram. Davids. Stood up well to him there. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Baresi. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Baresi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Played out wide. Cleared away. Big chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And now they can spring out of defence. And the pass is intercepted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Chiellini playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more...
So, there it is! Looks offside, I think. Yep, the flag is up.
Oh, his goal-scoring celebrations are going to be cut short. The flag was up for offside, even if the referee didn't spot it straight away.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Seedorf. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Knocks it into... and the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. So what can they make of this? Nakata going face to face with his great rival. So we're still where we started right now. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice bit of trickery. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gets into some space. Great vision. Could try cutting inside here. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Chiellini reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
Nicely spread. Zanetti gets into some space. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Zanetti.
That's good play from him.
He's picked his way through. And it's Nakata. Nakata takes control. It's Nakata! And the ball's come loose here. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Nakata!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rijkaard. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
But they've got it again. Rijkaard. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti. Oh, perfectly measured that. Big chance! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. So this the chance to fire his team in front. Terrific save by Manuel. He has missed it.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been cleared. And it's Cannavaro. Cannavaro. Great chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, there's a probing ball. Schneider. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, shooting chance! It's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Good running, strong and purposeful. Schneider. Now this could be a chance. Incoming delivery.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Here comes another cross. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Pull it.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this?
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Costa Curta. No, that's too long. "30 minutes gone." Baresi. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Aimed beyond the defence. Serginho. He's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
That's a sharp pass. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good alertness. It's a searching pass. And they're back on the ball again. Tries to dink it through. The ball goes in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Goes down, but nothing given. Pull it. Zanetti carries the ball down the right. He's got away. Looking to go deep. Well, there weren't too many attacking options there. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. He shifted it to the flank. Cannavaro. He's gone for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Seedorf actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So their 4th corner of the game. Hullet plays it short. Now it's Hullet. And now they can spring out of defence. Threads one in. Zanetti. Schneider, who does have an assist to his name. It's a throw-in. Odo. Zanetti. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. It's a loose ball. And it's Cannavaro. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential.
And the shot! It's in for the pieces! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Martinez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's and Batistuta! Zanetti. That's a lovely, neat pass. Not the most accurate pass. Might be danger here. Nakata. Now it's Van Basten. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. And here's Batistuta. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Superb from Çalhanoğlu! About as smooth as it gets! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Knocks it into space. Serginho. And this is Batistuta. Tries to play it through.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Out again for a throw-in. And here's Schneider. Seedorf. That's Cannavaro. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Serginho. Çalhanoğlu. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta! Zanetti. Driving forward. Oh, that's fabulous. Hullet. And he's in on... And the shot! There's a goal!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Gol per il Milan. Ha segnato al 66esimo minuto numero 12. Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And this is Batistuta. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Batistuta is fouled. Çalhanoğlu with a real chance here. It's a testing moment, this. Çalhanoğlu!
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Serginho. Seedorf. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That's good running with them. It's Schneider! That is decidedly lacking.
Ah, that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Batistuta. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Batistuta. Rijkaard. Oh, it's come loose. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zanetti producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Serginho. Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Batistuta! Zanetti. The final 5 minutes. He is through here, and he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Serginho. Chelhanoglu. Pullet. Gets a good foot in there. Now he's got space here. Pinches it off him. Seedorf is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he's managed to get free. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Serginho. And a chance! Seedorf. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Defeated, dejected, deflated. The ultimate disappointment. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, Thomas Rosicky will have a busy game, I think, certainly on the creative front.
Real chance! Messi. Cannavaro. And it's Belletti. Rosicky. Brazil finding their passes. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. And it's Tonali. Now it's Raul. Rosicky, he's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And they're back on the ball again. Messi. Great ball, and Messi! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Brazil with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pull it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And the through ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Ambitious ball here, and he was quick to react. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tonali. Raul. And it's Belletti. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Aimed beyond the defence. And he... Oh, smashing! Oh, he's hit the bar! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's delightful. Big chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And it's Messi. That's a sharp pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's picked out the run. And this is Bebeto. Rosicky. Half an hour played now. Brazil looking to pass their way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found some... Goes for a shot! Goal! Brazil! So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Messi. Oh, easy pickings there. Messi, and that's really well manoeuvred. Bebeto. Pass somewhat off target. Khan punts it upfield. Passing is crisp and sharp, gives it back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Vieira. And it's Rosicki. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's an imaginative pass. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He has found a way through. Chiellini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Great defending, strong and determined. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's found a way, shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Brazil have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that's put paid to a promising move. Hullet. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. Now it's Raul. Tries to play it through. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Raul really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He won't be happy with that one. Can he get on the end of this? Pinches it off him. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Vieira gets across to intercept that. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Torres. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that has put paid to that. Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to...
And the shot! And he hits the net! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Tonali. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Messi. And he's managed to get free. Can he get it through? That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Raul. And he's in on goal. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Raul.
Raul really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's forced to go back.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Van Basten. Can he spark a counter here? Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Chiellini. And it's Rijkaard. Here's Cannavaro. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dink through, pass is just off target. Brazil clearly now in lead preservation mode. Roberto Carlos going full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's Rosicki. Ronaldinho. Maradona. He's found a way through. Now it's Van Basten. Chiellini. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Ronaldinho. And time is up. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. And that's a dangerous ball. Bullet! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zanetti. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Eto. Pull it. Shot, surely! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Brest are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Rice. Aimed beyond the defence. Pull it. Vieira. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, such a clever touch.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And pull it! And it's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Mbappe, and this is Berbatov. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Seedorf. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Shot could be on. Messi! Now, oh, he's been caught napping. And here's Mbappe. Well, they've got it again. And the finish! Now, can they get him away? Bebeto goes on a charge down the left. And Bebeto! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he's taking no chances there. Brest are looking to go forward now. Can he get on the end of this? Tries to dink it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Kukçu does well to get it back. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Bebeto looking for the run. Oh, that's neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, important interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into them.
Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are... And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. So off we go once more. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nicely aimed pass. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Knocks it into space. And this is Eto'o. He's picked his way through. Chance for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Berbatov.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mbappe puts his foot on the gas. Closing in on... Tries a shot! Oh, brilliant save. Berbatov! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
And he's had it nicked away.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Pull it. There he goes, motoring forward. Brest appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cannavaro does well to stand firm and defend it. Seedorf. This is promising. Decent chance! It's a goal! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision.
And the shot! And he's spooned it over the bar.
Seedorf really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
Now it's Mbappe. Seedorf. Vieira. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Eto'o. Pullet going full steam ahead down the left flank. Rice. And that's really well manoeuvred. And he cuts out the supply. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Cannavaro. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Berbatov. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Seedorf. Messi. In by Messi. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that has not gone well. Stood up well to him there. And it's Berbatov. Pullet. Bebeto. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Bebeto. Bebeto! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's Berbatov. Kokchu. And here's Mbappe. Oh, well played. Thuram. Pullet. And it's Seedorf. Tries to play it through. And this is Eto'o. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vous demande toute votre attention. Un petit garçon avec un sac à dos vert s'est perdu dans la foule. Ses parents sont priés de se manifester auprès d'un de nos stadiers.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that could set him on his way. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri. Rice. Kukçu. And Zanetti. Back towards the middle. And it's Pedri. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Van Dijk. Played back in. And Berbatov.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Bebeto. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
And here's Messi. Howson deals with that comfortably.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And here's Messi. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Now it's Kukçu. That's good running with the ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Brest finding their passes. In with the challenge. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, it's come loose. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Stade Brestois couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Vieira. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Rijkaard. And it's Hullet. And it's Cannavaro. Kukçu. 15 minutes till half-time. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well read, nice interception. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Howson. Ball played for Kukçu. Mbappe. Berbatov. And Berbatov! Hullet. Vieira. Seedorf looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, important interception. Bebeto driving forwards. Rice. Bebeto. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Berbatov. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hullet. Hakimi. And it's Rice. Ball played for Kukçu. And this is Berbatov. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, this looks sharp. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And the second half gets underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Oh, it's Bebeto. Pedri. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vieira. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Can he get on the end of this? Tries to play it through. And that is expertly dealt with. Shifted upfield. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He can run onto that. Eto'o receives it in a wide position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And here's Messi. Zanetti. Looking for the run. Messi! Well, they've got it again. And he's managed to get free. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. Played out towards the right wing. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And he shoots! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Now it's Berbatov. Zanetti. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rice. Passing nice and neat. And that's gone loose. Great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Brest with the corner, there first. Gets the shot away! They've scored! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Howson gets rid without sophistication. Hakimi. Brest appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, he's been... Oh, shooting chance! He scores! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's having a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. No way through there.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Knocks it into space. Vieira. Rijkaard. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And it's Vieira. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking for a runner. And this is Berbatov. Berbatov showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Stood up well to him there. Oh, good take in a good area. Big chance! It's in! With so little time left, grandstand finish. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We have got ourselves a game here. Vieira. Eto'o. Eto'o. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. And this, an opportunity to pull level. That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflex.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.